Hello and welcome to the first recording of online matches for Yu-Gi-Oh! Online 3. Some of you may be coming to me from my blog, The Warrior Returning Alive. I have been continuing to play in real life, but due to some circumstances I will not be able to play for much longer. I still enjoy the game very much. I'll be playing online on Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. The game is pretty fun. I really like that the matchmaker system. I can sort of queue randomly like I would in a game like World of Warcraft or Star Wars: The Old Republic, like for a battleground. But I can queue for a random opponent, get it pretty much within a minute or two, and it saves duel logs, which is really nice especially for the purpose of this blog. I can record some videos and some play-by-play, which I intend to do here. This was a pretty good game against Bowen 1967. He was running a Fabled deck, and I am running a 6 Samurai deck. The metas are a bit different on the online game. The ban list is a bit different, and they are several sets back. I think they are still on Storms of Ragnarok, and one hidden arsenal after that. I'm not quite sure. But the game is overall is pretty enjoyable. I can get into that more later, but for now, let's go ahead and start this match. So I start off pretty good. Game of rock, paper, scissors. I win with paper. I decide to go first. I am the duelist up top, Shizuka Magnifico. My opponent is Bowen 1967. He has well over 8,000 games played, which is pretty crazy. And his sleeves show Gunslinger, which is one of the online events. I start off not feeling good about my hand, but I do draw a Sangan, so I decided to go with that right away. I set Sangan in defense and set 2 back rows, a pretty solid opener, in my turn there, and pass it to him. He draws and gets a Solemn Warning. I cannot see these normally. This is just for the purpose of the recording. He sets the defense in 2 back rows. I decide to blind MST him, and I get his Solemn Warning, which is pretty good, I guess. I didn't know it was there, but I'm glad I hit it. So I draw. I decide to go a little bit more passive. I go into Mizuho. I could go into Kaizen, but I don't want to go all out yet, so I decide to just hit his back row, see what I'm up against. And it is a Fabled Kashano. I don't have a ton of experience with Fabled, but I'm getting my playthrough here. Kashano's effect allows him to discard another Fabled monster in order to get it to his hand. It is a tuner, and this Fabled Luri here, when it's discarded, he gets to special summon it from the graveyard, which is pretty nice, because now he can summon Kashano and synchro into his Fabled Unicorn, which is going to hassle me a couple times throughout this game. It's a 2300 beat stick. It's stronger than anything I can bring out with any ease, and on top of that, it can negate spells and traps as long as he has the same number of cards in hand as I do. So that being said, my D Prison, which I set last turn, is useless because we both have 3 cards in hand. So he passes to me, and I draw a Solemn Judgment. I think I'll set 2 back rows, hope that I can get him to get too many cards or too few cards so I can get around this Unicorn. But he decides to set and charge into my Sangan, which will be negated because we both have 2 cards in hand at this point. The animation will have me try and activate it, but it is negated. So he will pass to me with 3 back rows. I draw, I set my new 6 Samurai Shinai, and hope sort of that I can get Counselor out next turn. That will not get to happen as he discards for Kashano, and then his discarded monster will get Luri out. He tributes for a Chaos, which is the opening I need to Solemn Judgment. I will sack half my life points and start to turn this game around for the better, hopefully. But he activates Card Destruction, so we will ditch our hands. I lose my chance for Counselor. He draws 2 new cards. I draw 2 new cards. Not feeling too good about it, especially once gold comes into play, because again, 2300 is too much for me. Then he does something I do not agree with. I don't think anyone should be doing this, wasting your own Dark Hole with a Starlight Road. He gets his Stardust Dragon out, and in most situations this is an ideal play for him. However, he does run into my Deep Prison, which will give me the advantage as Stardust Dragon goes away. He charges into my Shinai again. I decide to protect it with a Mirror Force. So I'm good until he gets some more card advantage, which unfortunately he will, as he adds 5 cards back to his deck with his Pot of Avarice, and draws 2 brand new cards. So it is my turn. I go. I get a Rhoda, so I'm feeling pretty good. I can get some aggression out here. I MST his back row for really good play because his Mirror Force is out of the way, and I am going to get a big hit on him now. I flip up my Shinai after I search for Mizuho with Rhoda. Shinai will allow me to special Mizuho from my hand, and then I will normal Inishi, tribute Shinai to get rid of his Luri. Not that I was too afraid of it, but I will now get Kaizen back to my hand for 300 more damage this turn. Actually, 1800 more damage here. Actually, a lot more damage because my monsters get boosted up by their own effects. Mizuho will attack direct. I'm attacking smallest to biggest as normal to look out for a Gores. And follow up again with Kaizen. And then finally, my biggest brawler here, my Inishi, is up to 2200 and hits him direct and gets him down to 2100. A pretty good rush there. It's his turn to respond though, and I'm about to make the biggest mistake I make all game. This is probably what could have cost me the entire thing. He summons Raven, uses his priority to discard. I respond immediately and send Inishi back to his hand. That is going to cause some big trouble because he still gets Raven's effect. Gold drops into play. Gold is too big for me to handle. He charges over Inishi. With Inishi gone, he ends his turn because he has no back rows. I draw for my turn. I get Zanji. I don't know what I'm thinking here. I should have used Mizuho to run over him, but instead I decided to go with Zanji. Zanji will live by sacrificing Kaizen, which I should have sacked Mizuho there if I was going to do that at all. And I get a direct attack, but he's left with 500 life points. Had I decided to tribute my Zanji in order to get rid of gold, this game would be over already. But I didn't, and he draws an Evil Hero Prodigy, so I am in trouble here, because he still has his Fabled Raven. I sent it back to his hand last turn. So he's going to Synchro again, and we're going to see Fabled Unicorn back into play. Again, 2300 big beat stick. I'm not too worried about his effect at this point because my effects are dead. And of course he's going to charge into Mizuho because if he doesn't next turn, this is over if I draw any monster. So he gets rid of that. Zanji is still alive, but I am 500 behind it, and I am low on life points. So I have a couple outs, but I draw the most important, my last copy of Mizuho in the deck. I tribute Zanji, get rid of his Unicorn, and the game is over there. He was eating some sour grapes, I guess, because he was not happy with the outcome. He called me lucky and whatnot. It's like, you know what, be a good sportsman no matter what. I should have won this a few turns ago, but I get the win either way. And thank you for watching. If you liked the video and like what you see and you want me to do more of this, please like the video. If you really, really, really like it, please hit a favorite. And I hope you enjoy this going forward.